Can anybody tell me what that is up on the screen?
It's an Egyptian sculpture.
Okay.
The Sphinx.
The Sphinx. Yes. Okay. The Sphinx. Do we know anything else about it? You said it was Egyptian. You said it was the Sphinx. What can you tell me about it?
They built it in honor of king.
Okay. And what is he doing? What do we see in the background there?
Sitting.
A pyramid. So it is in Egypt.
Yes. Okay. So they built it in honor of their pharaoh. What is he supposed to be doing with those pyramids? Why is he in front of the pyramids? Yes.
Protecting them.
Yes, absolutely. He's guarding the pyramids. So that's what we've got, the Great Sphinx of Giza, built by the ancient Egyptians to protect the Great Pyramids. And what can you tell about it just by looking at it? If you didn't know anything about it.
It's a cat with a human head.
Absolutely. Okay. What else?
It's old because of the way it looks and how the structure of it is.
Okay, absolutely. All right, we're going to move on to another one. What do we see here? Does anybody know what those are?
No.
Gargoyles. Yes. Okay. This is a tricky one, but does anybody know why they're called gargoyles?
Because they guard they're supposed to be guarding the thing to make sure that they think that that's gonna scare people away.
That is absolutely true, but that's not why they're called gargoyles. They're called gargoyles because they are water spouts, and they protect the building not only from evil spirits or bad people, but they also protect it from water, so that the water doesn't erode the nice architecture that they've got there. Has anybody ever seen a fancy water spout around Savannah? Yes? Where have you seen them?
I've seen one in Forsyth Park of a man inside of a pond thing, like a circle.
Okay, so he was a water fountain. So you can have sculptural water fountains, but you can also have sculptural water spouts. And there are some around Savannah. They're not quite as fancy as this. But if you look, sometimes they'll have a gutter coming down, just like we have on most of our houses. And they'll have sculpture on them too. Okay, so what else can we tell about these by looking at them? What do they look like?
Griffins or eagles?
Okay, yes. What else?
They look like dragons, and they look like those characters from the movie, the Northern Dane, or Humpback of Northern.
Humpback of Notre Dame?
Yeah.
Yes, that guy. And those were actually based off of real gargoyles that are on a real building. Did you have something else to say? Okay, so they look like dragons and griffins, and they're made to intimidate people. How do they communicate that?
Faces.
The faces. What about the faces? Can anybody else, maybe in the back over there, tell me what the faces are doing? All the way in the back?
They are showing a ferocious look that can scare people out of their wits.
Absolutely. They definitely are. Okay, so we've got gargoyles built by architects of many cultures to protect buildings from water and evil spirits.
Yeah, waters.
Yes.
What about the real people? Like, say that was a bank and they had it on the bank. What if they wanted to rob the bank? How does that protect them?
Well, it might not always work in reality, but in theory, they were supposed to protect it. Now, when a lot of these things were made and when people started making these, they did work. Because people were a little more superstitious back then than we are now. And we don't have a lot of fears these days, but they used to work. Okay, so originally, to be a gargoyle, it had to have the water spout, but now you can call just a decorative statue a gargoyle. Now, we noticed something about this one that we also noticed about the Sphinx? What do they have in common? Can I get somebody over here?
Yes.
Yes? They're both guarding something. Okay, and something else they have in common? Yes.
They're like lion face, like to shape, like it looks like a real lion, so they'll be intimidated by the lion because they know that it can eat them alive.
So you see some lion bodies on these, but what about those wings? Do lions have wings?
Nope.
No. Okay. And what about this really long neck? What kind of animal has a really long neck?
Giraffe.
All right. So what does this have in common with the Sphinx?
Both animals. It
Yes.
has the head of one thing and the body of something else.
Okay. Yeah. And this one too, right? What have we got there? What kind of animal is this one?
A
Snake
and
fused with a
leopard.
tiger. And so we've got a cat head on a snake. And what about this griffin?
That's a griffin.
A lion with the head of an eagle. It's the body of a horse.
No, it's
Lion. Whatever.
Okay. So. Uh-oh.
They're all made out of stone too.
It's not calibrated, so you might have to put a little
You have to
upward.
like put your finger up more.
Up. There you go.
Okay.
Good choice.
So we've found those answers. It's made up of different creatures. And another word for that is chimera. Can everybody say that?
Chimera.
Okay. And they're all created to protect something important. What are some things in you guys' lives that you wish you could protect?
My grandmother.
Your grandmother? Okay, she needs protection.
A lot.
My food.
Your food. Who steals your food?
People that break into your house and steal your food.
Okay, so you'd like to scare them away from your food. And what about you?
My life.
Your life. You want to protect yourself, okay? Back there? All right, so we've got lots of ideas of things in our lives we want to protect. I want to protect my bike because I've already had one bike stolen. I don't want that to happen again. So I created my own chimera. And I designed her to protect my bike.
That's a bat. That's Medusa.
A sea serpent.
What are we seeing here? In the back there? Name one part you can see. A sea serpent? Okay. Somebody else?
I know what it is.
A mermaid.
What about her face? What's on her face? An eagle. Okay, so she's got a beak.
She got the dragon wings.
She's got dragon wings. Okay, so I've put a lot of different animal parts in here, and that's what you guys are going to do today. You're going to make your own chimeras to protect something in your life. Now, as you're drawing this, remember what she's protecting or your character's protecting. What you're going to need to have are at least 3 different animals. So let's take a minute and come up with some ideas for some stuff that you could put in. Thank you for turning the lights on for me. Okay, so what are some animal parts that we could put in? I heard turtle. What part of the turtle might you think was important? Shell protection. Okay, so turtle shell. Now, that's a noun, right?
Yeah. Yes.
What kind of word would describe that?
An adjective.
Okay, so let's come up with an adjective that might describe a turtle shell.
Green.
Hard. Let's go with hard. Okay. What are some other animal parts? Go ahead and shout them out.
Wings.
Wings. I heard wings.
Everything has wings. Poisonous Komodo dragon. A tail. Seriously, I got you. A beak. You can spit on it and it would disintegrate.
Poison barb.
Poison.
Barb from a
Claw.
Okay. What are some other parts? I heard tails.
That would be with the poison barb.
I did spell.
Or like,
Like what?
no, Komodo dragon. Or you can make a monkey tail with a Komodo dragon. Claws.
Lion claws.
Snake hair.
Lion claws.
Tail.
Okay, eyes and focus again. I see a hand up. Wolf teeth. Okay, that's a good start. What's the word we could use to describe wolf teeth?
Mega sharp. Pointy with blood.
Okay, let's go with pointy.
Blood.
Oh, come on.
And what about claws? What's the word?
Sharp.
Bloody. Bloody
Eagle claws.
Now, our chimeras are so scary that they don't ever have to touch a drop of blood, right? Because they're so scary that their countenances do all the work. And they never have to hurt anyone.
Poisonous
So no blood.
dragon saliva.
Oh my god. Doing animals, not
Okay, slimy. Slimy, that's a good one.
Yeah, let it.
What about the tail?
Furry.
What?
Furry? We could have a furry tail, but what would be a scaly? Scaly?
The
Okay.
horny.
I'll put horns down.
Yeah, horny. Yeah, horny.
Okay, what about the wings? What kind of wings might be scary?
Long.
Long,
Exactly.
long dragons.
No. We need
That's
like
really
wings
good.
that have
Okay.
rips in them.
So, what are the specifications for your creature? What does it have to have?
3 animals.
3 different animals. Okay, you're going to use colored pencils and paper. And if we can get this done fast and get some good chimeras out of this, then maybe we can take this project onto a bigger project later, okay?
Okay.
Oh, yeah, okay.